He's a rapper, record producer, and fashion designer. Kanye West is very misunderstood, and today I wanted to go ahead and take a look at 5 different key ideas that we could all go ahead and take a look and learn from Kanye himself. So go ahead and mentor us, Kanye West.
You could die tomorrow, go for it. That those steps have would have allowed that those steps have been the the platforms that allowed me to make it this far.
Yeah. And you have, man, and we're here, and 6 albums, original albums of your own, a Throne record, various records with good music to talk about, man. But seriously, Yeezus, bravo, dude. I mean, that is one of the most creative records of of any genre I've heard in a very, very long time, and just in terms of your output, your most exciting sounding record, I think, man.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I feel, I was able to start just making exactly what was in my mind again. And not having to speak with the textures of the time. Because, Cruel Summer is definitely Kanye West, and there's something kind of weird and off about Mercy, like when it has the high pitch, that type of sound. It sounds like art still a little bit, even though it's obviously was a radio smash. But it's still, when I, get into the idea, like the trap drums and things like that, are certain, songs that are blatant, radio hits. It's like I'm speaking with today's textures, and that's, and if you look at it 200 years from now, it's not going to stand out in the way that, 808s or Yeezus stands out and completely can push or redefine or make people say, hey, I completely hate that or I completely love that, but let me just think differently, because everybody is like bound to these, no pun intended, they're bound to 16 bars and 8 bars and, the normal radio, the radio thing. I was talking to Frank Ocean about this and said, like, my mom got arrested for the sit-ins, and now we're more like the sit-outs, like sit off of radio, and say, hey, radio, come to us. We need to find something new because it's being, controlled in a way and manufactured in a way that, really awesome, artists, can make amazing music and not break as far past as like something that's very like formulaic.
So it almost feels like a duty to you in a weird way, having the people's ear, having people's attention, and for great music to be able to say, well, if I'm not challenging them, if I'm not challenging myself, not challenging radio, what am I doing?
Yeah, well, I'm not trying to regurgitate myself. I showed people that I understand how to make perfect. Dark fantasy could be considered to be perfect. I say I know how to make perfect, but that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to crack the pavement and make new grounds, sonically and society, culturally.
You've done that with... I mean, I know in the past you've talked about, like, building hotels, doing things that are beyond people's normal frame of reference. They know you as Kanye West, an artist. They know that you're moving into fashion. But these things, I guess, in a way, are hard for people to comprehend because they don't have that level of drive. Do you know what I mean? Has it always been like this for you? Have you always felt like you can set your mind to anything and you will achieve it ultimately?
I always felt like I could do anything. That's the main thing people are controlled by. Thoughts, their perception of themselves. They're slowed down by their perception of themselves. If you're taught you can't do anything, you won't do anything. I was taught I could do everything. And I'm Kanye West at age 36. So just watch the next 10 years.
Things that you've learned in your journey, because I'm fascinated to go down this road for a minute if you want. We could talk about this record. I'd love to. But while we're here...
This record is just the codes of that. Go listen to all my music. It's the codes of self-esteem. It's the codes of who you are. If you're a Kanye West fan, you're not a fan of me, you're a fan of yourself. You will believe in yourself. I'm just the espresso. I'm just a shot in the morning to get you going, to make you believe that you can overcome that situation that you're dealing with all the time.
Can I ask you a question about that?
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about that aspect of your personality, because you said that you're not here to, be, it's all about you. You're here to help. And I believe you when you say that, man. I think, you've given us great records. You like to think about the way things are going to appear in the future. You keep your eye on things. You want to make, like you said, you want to make basketball tops for your old high school. You want to do things right.
I'm not going to sit inside of a corporation for 20 years. The time is now. The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay. You don't realize I am so frustrated. Like, I am so frustrated. Like, I've got so much I want to give. I've got ideas on color palettes. I've got ideas on silhouettes. And I've got a million people telling me why I can't do it. You know, that I'm not a real designer. I'm not this. I'm not a real rapper either. I'm not a real musician either. Like, I don't know how to play the piano. Like, I'm an artist. I went to art college. And was looked at like I'm soft because I like wore like Italian clothes. You know what I'm saying? When I'm rapping in front of camera and my pants is tight, trying to spit a verse for Cam. You know, so that's the same when I'm sitting there, you know, like sitting there at a fashion show. Like, I'm there because I appreciate Phoebe Philo. I appreciate Raph Simmons. I appreciate Ricardo Tisci, and I look at them as my peers, as creative people who dedicate their entire life to making something better for the world. Let me explain what anybody that knows an artist, and you know someone that's giving that, if you know an artist, there's only one thing you can say, give, or ask them when you see them. There are two words: thank you. There's no, why didn't you do this? Yo, I want that. What's that? No, we dedicate our entire life to making our current time and civilization better, to adding something to the culture. And there is only two words that you can say: thank you.
Give us an insight into the fashion.
Box me in, or try to verbally put me in some type of box, or put Donda in a box, that they're really showing their level of ignorance. They're putting themselves in a box. And, you know, people can write all they want, but what are people doing? And if there's anybody that's out there doing, they know how hard it is to actually do. And I'm like a motivation of the doers. If everything I did failed, which it doesn't, it actually succeeds. But if everything I did failed, just the fact that I'm willing to fail is an inspiration. People are so scared to lose that they don't even try. Like, one thing that people can't say is they can't say, I'm not trying. And I'm not trying my hardest, and I'm not trying to do it the best way that I know how with what little information I get. And I have so many companies that like dedicate a certain amount to the arts, or this or that, or creativity, and this, blah, blah, so many companies, but somehow it's like they see, okay, you're a celebrity, so you can't be this, blah, blah, and they have no history. I went to college on an art scholarship. I was like the #1, you know, so music has been like a Trojan horse for me to really create art again. Like, what do you think I spend the most time on when I'm creating a tour? The visuals. That's what I spend the most time on. I am more of a visual artist and more of a product person. I am a producer. I am a production of me. You know, I thought, you know, it's not like I was the best rapper in the world or something, you know. I sat around and thought about it, and then became Kanye West. I like just doing these train of thoughts anyway, though. It's like, it's kind of fun because when this goes online or whatever it is, it really matters, and it like really doesn't matter. What matters is, you know, the people who are sparked by it, and the people who are like offended by it. It doesn't fucking matter. Fuck you, you know, like, because it's about motivating the doers. And anyone that wants to sit around and talk shit, they're taking too much time talking shit about it, instead of getting up off their ass and following their dreams. Because I'm here to follow my dreams, you know, and help other people follow their dreams and inspire people who are dreamers.
I hope you guys enjoyed learning from Kanye West, taking a dive into his mind and learning his 5 keys to success. I'm wishing you guys all the best. Continue to persevere and strive and go after your goals. Wishing you guys all the best. Don't forget to comment below either a quote or your favorite key to success that you learned today from Kanye West. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.